Thank you, Donna.
You're welcome.
Today is the Tuesday, April 2nd meeting of the Berlin Board of Health being conducted via Zoom. Any and all people that wish to participate will be allowed that.
He's got his hand raised.
Meeting is being recorded, so it can be revisited at any time. All of this is sanctioned by the state and by the town, and we've been doing this for, God, what, 4 years now? 5 years? Long
Too
time.
long.
Long time. Anyway, we can get started.
Right, Stan's got his hand raised.
Oh, great.
So I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I think because I joined as an attendee, should I be joining as a panelist or as an attendee?
Panelist.
We will
So
make
can I
you
switch?
analyst.
Can you switch me?
I can.
You can, because I don't think well, maybe.
Depending on your definition
Oh,
of
there you go.
switch.
There you go.
There we go.
I was leaving that one
Thanks,
alone.
guys. That was also
We're
me
being
calling in
recorded.
earlier when you were.
Yep, we
Yeah,
are being
calling.
recorded.
We don't get a picture, Stanley?
No, not today.
Okay.
Probably definitely varying from the agenda. While we have Stan, I just wanted to ask you, Stan, so that I'm clear on what coverage is needed at the transfer station in April. I know there are a couple days where you need help or you're not going to be there or whatever. So I just want to be clear on that.
Okay, so Amy talked to me on Saturday. Her sister is terminal. They're giving her a month. So she would like to have her 2 April Saturdays off.
Okay.
So that would be the 14th and the
13th.
13th and 27th.
27th, okay.
And then
Now,
I'm in
is
New
there-
York on the,
Is there one of those days when you're not going to be there?
yeah, unfortunately there is, the 27th.
27th, okay. Amy and Stan. All right.
Did you talk to Eddie about coverage?
I did. I talked to him today. He's willing to do whatever. He said, just talk to me on Saturday.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
all right. So he'll be in on Saturday and,
Correct.
okay, all right.
Well,
Very
that's
good.
That's the 13th.
Well, he'll be in this Saturday and then we'll talk to him about, I'll talk to
Okay.
him about doing both of them.
Yeah. All right. Just let me know as soon as you know, because there's holiday and payroll and some hogwash.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Donna, I think, is volunteering to help.
Yeah, I mean, I can, and I told him that too.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would make sense to have Donna there certainly on the 27th.
Okay.
And then you'll need somebody else to run the show, right?
Yeah, well, I think Eddie can, that's why I'll talk to Eddie on Saturday, but I am pretty confident he'll be, because the ice cream trucks aren't up and running yet. So I think he's got availability on Saturdays during April.
Okay.
Yeah, it shouldn't be an issue. We should be able to work it out. We have in the past.
Yeah.
I got maybe you can confirm this, Stan. I got a voicemail from Eddie that he's out of his plastic bags.
I did get the voicemail. Yes, that he did confirm that with me as well.
All right, so I'll try and pick those up tomorrow.
That would be wonderful.
Okay. Anything else at the transfer station that's new, different, needs to be discussed other than what we're gonna put on a flyer? I've put together some additional information, which I'll get to you guys to review. But we're gonna have to circle the wagons and make sure we've got this stuff lined up so we can get it printed in time. Donna, you mentioned something to me about some things that have been ordered.
Yeah, I ordered the stickers.
Okay,
So, and they don't take
Good.
too long. And we went with emerald green this year
okay.
as
Mhm.
opposed to hunter
Well,
green.
I've had zero complaints of any of
Right,
them coming off.
right.
Oh,
Yeah, we
good.
didn't either, and they're cheaper too. So
Okay.
I ordered 900. So we
Okay.
should be good.
The other question is the, receipt books for the fee items.
Right,
We've changed, or we're looking at changing the whole fee item schedule. So, is that gonna, do we think that's gonna change our, what these receipt books look like, smaller print? And that's something we all need to take a look at, because those will take a little time to get printed as well. And most of the old ones we have are really outdated, and I see no practical way of reusing them. They're just gonna become scrap paper.
Yep. They
yeah,
both cost-
I don't know how many we printed the last time, and maybe it was a cost saving things to print more, but probably considered, not printing as many would be.
Right, we definitely printed too many, Stan.
No.
That was before you. And we have a drawer full, and I have no problem getting rid of them, just so that we have everything clean and up to date. And
Yeah,
we
and
monitor.
I'll be honest, I mean, a lot of people just don't even care about whether, I mean,
No, that's true.
I mean, and so in other words, they don't get their white copy yet, is why I guess
Right,
is what I'm
right.
saying. We do still use the other copy, so there's just as much need to have it.
Did
going
we
forward.
need three copies with the new
Well,
books?
we do, because
Yeah.
some people do want a copy, so,
Yeah, that was the change though, right? Somehow we need 3 receipts now instead of
well,
2.
the yellow goes in with the check, right, Donna, and then the pink stays, then that way then we keep, the
Like a
pink stays
backup.
in the book, and we've got a
Okay.
record of what the items were that we
Yeah.
received checks for.
Yeah. And we did,
There's the whole auditor aspect,
Yeah,
we need to offer that so that they're happy, in case anything ever arose, so,
yeah,
And I have been giving those to you, right, Donna? You maintain those in the
Yep.
office? but,
yeah.
Okay, good.
So yeah, so I think we'll need to get together and look at what we're doing for the flyer and
Right.
how that impacts the book.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did do a template, and we did go alphabetical, as Paul thought that would be a
Oh,
good
okay.
idea. So, and it should look very similar, it's just,
Mhm.
a
Gonna be
couple
a little
different things,
bigger or small,
prices.
more
Yeah.
items on it than we've had in the
Well,
past.
we were able to merge, we finagled it, I think we're
Okay,
good,
good,
I
good.
think so.
Could we do a miscellaneous and write it in, have a blank, like put on the?
Well, we have bulk item currently.
Yeah,
Oh,
and we
well,
al-
okay, bulk,
And we
yeah.
also have like miscellaneous furniture,
Yeah.
there's a lot more categories.
Yeah,
'Cause we
Yeah.
combined them, and there's,
Yeah.
a price range for certain
Yeah.
categories, so.
Yep.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah,
And relative to that, we're still working on trying to get some electronic ability to take credit cards and so forth.
yeah, I wanted to ask where we were at with that.
Yeah, we're
Mm.
probably in the same place. I thought the town officers would be able to help us out, but Kristen has told me that everybody is too busy. Scott Hawkins, I guess, told her that there are some other, avenues that we can pursue, as opposed to Skylink or whatever it's called. So I've got to get
Also-
hold of him, but
A whole different arrangement.
I don't know for sure, Stan. I don't know how different.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna start really pushing on that this week, because we really do need to get that in place.
Well, I've been promising people,
I know.
we're gonna get your money. We're gonna get your money out of you.
yeah, but you also know there's a
Unfortunately, I've
fee,
never
though.
I've never gotten a good answer from town offices. I've got a small credit card that I'm willing to use to engage in one of these services, but then I get questions from town offices. Well, what happens, if something happens to you or you leave or whatever? And I go,
Right.
maybe the town should just bite the bullet and get a credit card. I mean, we're spending money on other things, and it seems to me a limited use credit card could be controlled pretty easily, so
Sure.
I don't understand what the issue is there, so.
I
Highway,
think breaking the seal on it, I think is the
well,
problem.
highway has one. I mean, we would just be another department, I think.
Mm.
Well, your guess is as good as mine.
Okay.
All right.
I've got nothing else relative to the transfer station. Stan, anything pending
No, I
or
just have some
creative
signage
thoughts?
needs. No, I just have some signage needs. I wanna, as we get new people who come up there, I kind of get those blank looks and, you know, we're so used to where things go that it's just like second nature to us. But when new people who come in, like, they don't even know that that's a glass container. They don't know that that's the cardboard
Right.
container.
Okay,
They don't know that all the 5 or 6 barrels are for assorted plastics. You know, we all kind of take it as second
right,
nature.
right, yeah.
But I think we should probably label things a little bit better up there. So I've got some sign ideas
All
down
right,
there.
I'll catch up with you tomorrow down there and we
Yeah.
can go over some of that and keep that ball moving.
Yeah, other than that, I think the Thursday evenings they've been very well received by the people that are using it. I wouldn't say that it's a huge number yet. I think that number will increase as now that the days are getting longer, the daylight is getting longer, so that we are now light, you know, all the way through the time we're open.
Right,
I think as we get to the summertime and folks are going away for the weekend, I think that will be you know, when there's a Thursday getaway day that people are going away for a 3-day kind of thing. I think that will be,
Right.
I think it will be used more for that. But the people that do use it are uniformly and vocally appreciative, not just, you know, not just showing up. I mean, that they
Right,
will
right.
actually go out of their way to tell me how pleased they are that we're doing this and how nice it is that they can have this other opportunity that's not a Saturday. And so I think
That's really
it's
good
been a
to
good
get that
change.
kind of positive feedback, you know, whether it's 10 or 20 or 30 people, it doesn't matter. I mean,
Yeah, and you got to
we're in the
figure that,
service business. And we want to
right.
make it work for people.
And you got to
I've
figure the
heard
people who
a
do
lot.
say something.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Bobby, go ahead.
No, I just say I've had a lot of people compliment you and Amy about your assistance and how great it's going down there, and Eddie. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just it's a lot
love that.
different. It's better.
Well, and yes, and thank you. That's nice to hear, and I get that about those two as well. And it's what I was saying is that it is, you got to figure if people are saying things to you, there's, you know, another 10 people who aren't, you know, or 50 people
Right,
who aren't.
right.
So
Yeah, I just
that's encouraging.
so.
One last thing on this topic, and we don't have to decide tonight. I know Stan and I have had this conversation, but where we are making changes going into this new fiscal year. One of the things that we want to be clear on is whether we think and want to change transfer station days.
Go later.
Right now, it's Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and it has been that for millennium. And common sense says Wednesday, Thursday in the middle of the week is almost overkill. And maybe it should be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Stan, to this point, has been, and correct me if I'm wrong, has been amenable to that. And I'm just wondering, on a practical sense, I mean, particularly in the summer, you know, people have cookouts, whatever, and they have to sit on their debris, their trash for an extra day. And in hot weather, I don't know, that can make a difference. So, any quick thoughts on that?
I'm all right with the change, but depending on when you want to do it, well, I don't know how.
Well, it would start with the new fiscal year, Bobby.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with it. I'm just kind of curious how the customers, the residents, would feel about it.
Right.
Well, it seems to me it provides more,
I know it's more spread out.
flexibility.
Yep.
Right, I guess the one thing we could do is we could try to do some sort of a survey kind of thing, or we could try to
Mhm.
test the mood for it. Maybe not implement it right away, but test the waters, or try to test the waters between now and then. But it would be a bigger sea change than changing the Thursday hours. I think changing an
Absolutely. Oh,
entire
yeah.
day.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I'm sure there are probably some people that the Wednesday works for them for whatever reason, and I don't know. That doesn't mean that other days couldn't, and
Right.
maybe it would mean that just as many other people would be thrilled because Tuesday is a better day for them. So I don't know the answer to that. But
Yeah, there are gonna be pluses and minuses
sure,
across the board.
that's why I almost wonder if there some sort of a survey, if we got some kind of a big negative backlash for whatever, like something we're not
Right.
receiving.
We do have a town meeting coming up. I don't know if it could be
Yeah.
left a flyer or something.
Right.
I don't, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could do a handout. We could do something where we ask folks what their, that's not something we typically do. Kind of do a straw poll, but I don't. Is that
Right,
a
right.
possibility? Would that be something where we could do a handout that it was kind of a straw poll and ask people to turn them into wherever we have a spot where they could even so that and clearly you're not going to get everybody at the meeting, but
Oh, no.
maybe
No.
maybe you get 50, 60 respondents. It's going to give you some idea. I don't know. It's a thought anyway.
Yep, and
Yeah,
and maybe we can also pose the question on one of the temporary signs or something, just to try and generate some verbal feedback
Sure.
while the transfer station is open.
Yeah,
So-
that's true. Yeah, that's true as
All
well.
right,
We could do that.
so some food for thought.
Yep.
No action necessary now, certainly, but we need
Yeah,
to be thinking
and as
about
Paul
it.
said, I mean, I'm amenable to it. It's not. I don't think it makes a ton of sense being Wednesday, Thursday. I mean, obviously, it potentially gives me a chance for a 3-day weekend sort of thing, I guess, through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, but that's not
There you
that's not the driver here, and it's not like I'm
Mm.
taking those days and doing anything at this point anyway. So
I think the Wednesday, Thursday was a creature of long ago convenience for others.
yeah, I mean, and that and I got to imagine that was the noon to 5 thing 2 days in a row too. So
Right, exactly. So,
Right.
yep,
all right.
nope, I'm for whatever works.
Okay, Stan, we appreciate it. I'll catch up with you tomorrow.
Yep, sounds good. I
And-
will sign off. But
All
thank
right.
you.
Thank you.
Unless anyone else has any question for me.
No,
Thank you,
I
Stan.
think we're good.
Okay. All right. Good
All
night,
right,
guys. See you, Bill.
thanks.
Take care.
Sorry for jumping in on that, Bill.
Good to see you.
but I wanted to just take care of that because I don't think we have a very heavy load here tonight, so.
My first and third Tuesdays are reserved for you.
Wow. All right,
Bellevue Road.
going back to the agenda. Bellevue Road discussion.
Yeah, I don't know what created the renewed interest, but there's two paths. There's a housing court with town council with our outstanding order, or building inspector enforcement of the selectmen's bylaw. I don't know if Rich is aware or has taken a stab at this, but that's another option. So I don't know whose jurisdictional path makes the most sense.
Right.
I'll give it to Rich.
Well, this has been going on for way too long. I had Kristen run it by fire because of access to the building, but the fire department has no clout to do anything about it, according to what's been relayed back to me. So we can check with Rich Hanks. I'm gonna say one last time to see what his thoughts are, but then I suspect we're just gonna be on the path to housing court. And Kristen was supposed to do a little homework on that for me as well. So I need to catch up with Rich and Kristen. They should both be in tomorrow, and it'll be foul weather, so it would be a good time to talk about a nasty situation. No pun intended there.
Yeah, this June will be 4 years, unfortunately.
4 years in June, yeah.
Yep.
It's like, I feel like, I almost feel like for 4 years we've dodged the bullet. Because you just never know what's gonna happen, and if
Right.
we're involved in personal health and welfare and safety, that's, the odds is gonna start working against us at some point here.
Hmm.
All right, so I will contact both those individuals and give you guys an update on that. If there's nothing else to be said about that, we can move on to permits.
While we're on discussion, Paul, I am
Sure.
off the week of April vacation. That's 4/15 through 4/19. So we have a meeting on the 16th. It just giving you a heads up.
You're off, okay, that week, the week of the 14th.
Yep.
Okay, well,
I
don't
was
spend-
off on Feb break and was able to zoom in and probably could do the same, but just again, a heads up.
Okay,
Nothing big coming, right, Bill?
Currently, no.
all right. Make note of that. 39 Sawyer Hill Road.
Yeah, hopefully Sue has a plan for us on that one.
Okay, hold on.
Probably Dillis and Roy, Chris McKenzie.
Yep. I was even kind of prepared today. Oh, sorry.
Watch your mouth.
I know, and I just lost you guys.
That's the Henry Wheeler estate, Billy?
It is. So this is the
Okay.
corner of Sawyer Hill Road and Summer Road. Yep.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And it's someone buying the property to keep it at least currently proposed, just one house, no subdivision proposed.
Now,
Might
the
be a whole-
garage is gone. Is the house still there?
Yeah, the house is in the historical 6-month
Oh, okay.
review, but I
Yep.
think that's coming up. So I think that's
Oh,
why
yeah.
they're starting to get ready to move on. I don't know how that's played out, but if it's not a historical consideration, there'll be a demo and a rebuild of a new home.
Oh, yeah. The barn's gone already, Billy, or,
A couple of the outbuildings have been approved for demo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
I believe they're gone, Bobby.
oh, no kidding, I haven't been up by there, yeah, no kidding.
So do you have the plan in front of you?
I
Yes.
do.
Yep,
Yep. Well, you might. Well, actually, you can see the SA of Sawyer Hill Road there on the lower left corner, just to give you an idea of where we are.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the existing house is right where that yellow block is. That's the existing, and the
Yeah.
proposed is kind of towards the center of the screen there. And you can see there's a new 1,500-gallon tank and leaching trenches, pipe and stone trenches proposed. Nice deep dry sand and gravel soils. So pretty simple on the septic end of it. And they are proposing a new well to serve the home, and they're asking, well, they haven't officially asked, but they will be asking for the existing well that serves the existing home to be kept in place for irrigation.
Uh-huh.
Does
I know,
irrigation also include providing water to, say, the horse barn?
I was going to say yes. If you look at the plan, there's water lines running all over to the outbuildings. Yes.
Okay.
So we've livestock and irrigation. Yep.
So one of the things that could arise is there could be a sink in the horse barn where people are imbibing in water from that
Well, if there was a sink, then they'd need to figure out a discharge.
discharge. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, right, yeah, so it'll be another system. Or,
Well, it depends if it's
Dry
not a
well.
public, if it's
Yes.
not a boarding situation, if it's private use, we haven't had issue with facilities in an outbuilding because it's the same person, whether they're using the house restroom or the outbuilding restroom, it's the same flow.
okay,
All
Yeah.
right.
But that hasn't been proposed yet. Again, we'll obviously be looking at the building permit application. And if
Yeah.
we see facilities proposed, we'd have to nail down, what's happening there.
Down the road, down the road.
I don't think there was much on page 2, Bill.
No, page 2 is probably details and notes. Yep.
yeah,
Okay,
general,
so
oh, the system
are we
profile.
good here?
Well, I don't know if the board has any questions, but it's a oddly simple lot in Berlin, no variances, deep dry sand and gravel soil, so it makes life pretty easy for us.
There was actually a gravel pit right out down Summer Road a little ways behind there, Billy.
Yeah,
If you remember.
Okay.
I'm okay with it, Bill.
so if the board's okay with that, I'll draft a permit and sign it for the board.
Okay.
I'm okay with it.
All right,
right.
44 Gates Pond Road, septic tank.
Yes, this goes kudos to Richard Hanks. This man was selling his home and a realtor called and asked if there were any open building permits, and sure enough, there was a note from the Board of Health in 2004 on the building permit that a 1,500-gallon tank was required because they had put a second floor on this home.
Oh, wow.
Right.
So, needless to say, we got a 1,500-gallon tank installed very quickly so they could make their closing. Literally within a week's time, they found out
Wow.
about it. They pulled the permit, and I inspected it. So, but luckily, Richard looked at the old documents and called that out.
Yeah.
Excellent, good.
And I think it was triggered by the value of the building permit.
Oh, all
That's
right.
that policy we've had in place for quite some
Oh,
time.
right. Liquor tobacco.
Okay.
And the tobacco sales permit that's the one I signed today, correct?
Correct. This is Mr. Senni, the
Yep.
Berlin Liquors at 3 Bassett Road.
He's all paid up on fines?
He is, but he thought that his last payment for a permit was still good, but again, he had paid so late in 2023,
Right.
regardless of when you pay, it still expires at October 31st. So
Yeah.
he did come down and pay and submit the application. So
Good.
he's all set currently.
Okay, and the Title V inspection reports?
Yes, 52 Peach Hill Road is a failure. So we will send a standard letter that they have 2 years to upgrade.
And 27 Estabrook?
Yeah, and that is a pass.
Okay.
Billy, have you seen any, I see some action down there on Pleasant Street on the Wolfgang House there. Have you heard anything on
Yes.
that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that if you recall, that permit was issued, and Paul Wheeler had me out for a bottom inspection, and as far as I know, they're bringing fill in, and depending on the weather, putting in trenches. Yes,
Oh, wow.
Oh, so they are rebuilding the system there, huh?
they are.
Yep,
yep.
yeah.
That was
Oh,
a
good.
situation where a system
Yeah.
went in, never received
Yep.
a certificate of compliance. The code
Right.
changed, and it was caught
Yep.
in that transition. So the new system was designed.
I thought that's, yeah. Yeah, I
Uh,
didn't think it went through the wall or they never occupied the house. Is that what it was, Billy? Pretty
Well, yeah,
much?
there were loose ends. It just never received the protection of a certificate of compliance, so it's subject to code changes. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Well, I didn't even- I
that
didn't dare drive
project's
in
gotta
there.
be 30 years old.
Yeah, right.
I would agree.
Exactly. And so
Wow.
I remember he did the newer building technique on that
Yes.
house. Like the styrofoam filling with concrete
Yes.
like. that.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna go in, but I didn't know if Paul was in there, who was in there, so I didn't dare take
Yeah,
a
it's
ride
just
in.
strange being on the same site, looking at a different system decades later.
Right.
Yeah,
Some things change.
yeah. So that's all.
Alright,
that's a-
do we
that's
have
a big thing.
anything else?
Well, I wanted to get your thoughts on the approved spending categories so we can spend our grant, our $1,400.
It covers a lot, huh, Sue?
Yeah, but you have to be very careful on that because June will be sitting there looking at the rules and saying, nope, that doesn't have enough recycled content
Oh, yeah,
before
right.
I can pay the bill. So I know we can, anything we spend on recycling mattresses, we can use. But, and Donna can refresh my memory, we don't spend that much for the mattress recycling, do we?
The halls,
Yeah,
well, it's usually 30 a piece. And we haven't had a haul in a while, so we could spend that much in probably 2 years worth of hauls.
yeah.
I don't know if 1 year though.
Well, we don't get hit with a hauling charge. It's a per mattress
Per mattress,
recycling fee.
Right,
Right, but
Okay.
it's usually 25, 30 mattresses a pop,
Correct, yep.
so.
okay, so we'll earmark the mattresses that will be paid out of that fund. And did anybody see anything else on this list that we could use?
Well, signage, but that's I see that. That's there somewhere that you could, use it for signage if we need it.
Huh.
And rebuilding existing equipment, and there's a lot, but I mean, there's just not a lot of money.
Right, yeah, we got a lot less this time. They're getting a lot more difficult.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I don't like this stupid survey anyways.
yeah, yeah, me neither.
I don't.
Yeah, and then we got the next round too. I forwarded that to you, Sue.
Yeah,
We'll look at that. So,
well, I just thought I'd throw it out there.
No, I printed it. I was surprised at everything that you can, if you have money that you can use it for.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but you've got to, it's got to be earmarked and identified as
Right.
that particular line item.
Correct.
Right, yeah.
yeah,
And then
so-
it's gonna pass June's interpretation.
and
So-
then we gotta save our emails for when she makes a mistake and Donna catches it and fixes it.
There is
Yeah.
that too.
Cause that happened. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, I have the email.
I taught you right, darling.
Yep, but she's good. June is really good. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's all I had.
So, yeah,
I don't have anything new and different to add to things.
Do you
I'm
want
all
me to
set.
order
Billy
some
and Ju-
more receipt books or for the sticker sales? And did we used Walnut for that, right? For
Yeah.
the,
Oh, for the
the-
stickers.
for the sticker sale books, the receipt books. I think we used him, didn't we?
I think we did.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to go and see what kind of inventory, what I've got left and what we need.
Okay,
And then I'll let you guys know and I'll order those too. And then we'll just do the flyers when we can get them.
That company's been good though, huh, Donna?
Yeah, yeah,
And
and,
I got the tip from the lady from Stowe where you're working now.
oh, yeah,
Yeah, in a couple other towns, when Paul had me call around, they said that Walnut is the place to go.
yeah, because I think
hope
I
they-
checked with Harvard.
They-
And they had no issues at all, and we
Yeah.
haven't had any complaints of stickers falling off, and I
No,
think they were
no.
cheaper. So, and
Yeah.
he's very easy to deal with.
Good.
That's good.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Very good.
yeah,
we'll
All right,
get it.
everybody.
yeah, we'll get it.
All right, I'll make a motion. Would you
Okay.
I'll
like
second,
me to
I'll
vote?
second that.
Yeah, I haven't made the motion yet.
Oh,
Um,
okay. To
I'll
adjourn.
make a
We
motion.
need, we
that
need to
we
be
adjourn
formal
this
here.
meeting. Now, Bob, you can second the
I will
motion.
second that motion to adjourn.
Okay, all in favor, we'll do roll call. Sue,
Aye.
Bobby,
Aye.
Paul, I as well.
The dog.
All right,
agrees.
this meeting, Board of Health, April 2nd is now adjourned.
Very
Thank you
good.
all. Thank you, Bill.